Meet Pascal Châtonnet. In his laboratory, he's busy creating the vintages of the future, a Bordeaux wine from the year 2050. It's made up of grapes from the south of France and Tunisia, replicating Bordeaux's future weather conditions. And for France's iconic wine, an ever-warming climate doesn't bode well.
It looks fruity, but a very different fruit as we have usually in Bordeaux. Bordeaux is very classical with Cabernet and Merlot of the black and red fruit, with a touch of flowers, white flowers, something fresh, vibrant.
A little bit lighter.
A bit lighter and more vibrant. Here we have a lot of fruit, but definitely riper.
I mean, it's not bad. It's interesting.
It's looking like a Bordeaux. So we come from the freshness and the elegancy to the jammy, cooked, overripe fruit. And that's direct influence of the warming of the climate.
The Bordeaux of the future has a very different taste, which is potentially bad news for the wine capital of the world. The whole industry, 14,000 wine growers, 600 million liters each year, could be in danger.
So what will the future taste like? The Bordeaux region will see increasingly extreme weather conditions, stronger storms, droughts, and increased temperatures of some 2 to 4 degrees. Now, hotter temperatures mean that grapes will ripen faster and with more sugar. That means there'll be an earlier harvest time, and that could lead to Bordeaux losing its iconic flavor.
For now, the quality of the wine has improved because of climate change, a blessing for wine growers like Philippe Bardet. His family has owned this property since 1704, and today produces the prestigious Saint-Émilion Grand Cru. But that doesn't mean the Bardet family isn't already bracing itself for what's to come.
We're seeing warming temperatures. Is it always a problem?
For now, for making cellaring wines like we do here in Saint-Émilion, it's great, pure bliss.
So it's not all bad.
It's great, but we know that some tendencies can get excessive, and we are beginning to understand what's happening in order to take measures so that this upward swing of increased quality doesn't end up being excessive, but remains exceptional. For example, grapes used to lay a lot closer to the ground to receive the soil's warmth from the sun. Now we are doing the opposite. We are pulling the grapes up and moving them away from the ground so that the soil's warmth interferes as little as possible with the grape's maturity. We are trying to limit the amount of sugar in the grapes. My ancestors developed the Merlot because it was the grape variety that was best suited to the climate in the 40s, 50s, 60s, or 70s. Now we've understood that in hot areas where grapes ripen prematurely, well, we ought to plant more Cabernet Sauvignon instead of Merlot. Merlot will always be the most important grape type in Bordeaux, even if its presence is bound to diminish.
Interchanging plots of land is one option, but others are looking for a more radical way to save Bordeaux's wine. So move over, Merlot, because a new grape could soon be in town.
In this experimental vineyard, a rescue mission unlike any other is underway. Since 2009, scientists have analyzed how 52 grape varieties respond to a warmer climate in this typical Bordeaux soil.
Right here we have the Rakatsiteli, a Georgian white wine grape. Over here, a Tinto Cao, a red variety from Portugal. And finally, a traditional grape variety from Bordeaux, the Cabernet Sauvignon, from which I will take some samples.
It's called phenology, the study of how vines evolve with the climate. 21 white and 31 red wine grapes are put to the test. Some of their foreign varieties ripen slowly, and that's exactly what Agnes is looking for.
The cycle of the vine has shifted. It's ripening increasingly early. So the idea is to naturally counter that effect of prematurity by looking at how grape varieties, which take longer to ripen, behave in Bordeaux. Could their slow ripening DNAs be enough to counter the early harvesting, which we observe in phenology, caused by rising temperatures?
In this laboratory, grapes are analyzed, sugar and nitrogen levels, pH, acidity. In 4 years, Agnes will present the wine industry with a decade's worth of research, a range of varieties that could replace Merlot.
We're hoping to provide the industry with information on any given grape variety, how it reacts to a hot year, a cold year, or an early harvest. Because if one day they have to change grape variety, they might as well have as much knowledge as possible to dip into to make the best choices to meet their needs.
The very identity of Bordeaux is at stake. But change doesn't come easy. Bordeaux red wine is a protected label, which implies strict rules.
Changing grape variety is a lot of work. Removing the vines, planting new vines, and making sure that the new variety will be well suited to the identity of Bordeaux today. So it's a long journey. We have to get everything ready, and we are working hard.
It's all a question of time. Once planted, a grape variety's lifespan is 40 years, so the pressure is on to make the right pick.